God is not real, why does this universe appear to be designed? First example of design is that we have organs in the human body, and each organ in the human body serves a purpose. Intestines digest food, lungs breathe in O2 and breathe out CO2, hearts pump blood, red blood cells deliver oxygen to the tissues in our body and delivers carbon dioxide to the lungs so that the carbon dioxide can be exhaled. White blood cells help the body fight pathogens and diseases. We have brains that could think, kidneys remove waste and extra fluids from the body, and many more. Then you would say that some organs in the human body, like the appendix, muscle fibers, etc., do not serve a purpose, and therefore my argument is false. But then throughout history, the amount of quote unquote useless organs have decreased over time. And it's because scientists have found out the purposes and roles of those organs. According to the website dignityhealth.org, there was a new discovery which suggests that the appendix actually serves a purpose, which is to store good bacteria. The second example of design is the existence of the sun. The sun is very useful for our survival. Like without the sun, we would freeze to death, and according to the website newscientist.com, with no more constant energy supply from the sun, the Earth would start drifting away into space, and the solar system would basically be normal because planets would not orbit anymore. Plants use the sun to do photosynthesis. The sun boosts our vitamin D levels. Without heat from the sun, water cannot evaporate, ice cannot melt, and if water cannot evaporate, there will be no clouds, no rain, and no water cycle. The fact that the sun exists is the second sign of intelligent design. The third example of intelligent design is oxygen and carbon dioxide. Oxygen is very useful for humans and other creatures, and humans exhale CO2, and the plants need CO2 to do photosynthesis, and through photosynthesis, plants release oxygen, and humans will receive the oxygen that the plants disperse. It's basically like a cycle, and therefore this is the third sign of intelligent design. Number two, if God isn't real, why is this universe fine-tuned? Like, if the Earth was a few kilometers closer to the Sun, the Earth would become too hot and would become uninhabitable, like Venus. If the Earth was a few kilometers away from the Sun, the Earth would become too cold and become uninhabitable, like Mars. The fact that the Earth is located in the Goldilocks zone is an example of this universe being fine-tuned for life, and fine-tuning indicates a creator. The second example for fine-tuning is that if the force of the Big Bang was slightly more powerful, there would be no hydrogen, and without hydrogen, water wouldn't exist, since water is composed of hydrogen and oxygen. If the force of the Big Bang was slightly less powerful, hydrogen would be the only element in existence, and I don't need to explain how bad that would be. Number three, many biblical prophecies have been fulfilled. Like the Bible has prophesied Alexander the Great and King Xerxes, both of which are in the book of Daniel. Number four, there's archaeological evidence for biblical events. The first example of this is that skeletons and chariots have been found in the Red Sea, which confirms the Exodus. The second example of archaeological evidence is that Noah's Ark has been located in Turkey, and although the actual ark has not been discovered yet, the length of the shape matches the exact description in the Bible, which makes this a piece of undeniable evidence for Noah's flood. Number five, atheism has no moral stance. Like atheism does not have an official moral code or moral law that all atheists must follow. Christianity and several other religions, there are official moral codes. Like as Christians, we consider the Bible, the Ten Commandments, and the teachings of Jesus, such as loving your enemies and turning the other cheek, as our official moral codes. However, atheism does not have any moral law or moral code. There are no lists of do's and don'ts in atheism. There are no moral commandments in atheism. And in atheism, there is no actual reason as to why torturing a baby for fun is wrong. There is no actual reason as to why murder is wrong, since atheism teaches that life is just a coincidence. And there is no actual reason as to why taking care of the earth is important, since atheism teaches that the earth has no creator and was just the product of some random galactic accident that happened billions of years ago. The conclusion is that atheism has no official moral code, and atheism makes morality and becoming a good person pointless. And a quote unquote moral code of atheists is purely based on the subjective morality of those atheists. Like, for example, some atheists support the death penalty, but some do not. Some atheists support abortion, but some do not. There are many more examples.